Not a bit. Yeah, I learned to keep my things together. I don't rattle through papers anymore. But I haven't even read it yet. Just saying. I know. It didn't come until Friday night. It's summertime, man. I'm not doing this. Okay, Marilyn. Opening song, Free. Lori.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Our theme this month is freedom. So let's join together and be grateful that we are free to be here in this place. Here in this place, we come together, feeling the presence of God. Here in this place, one with each other, knowing who we really are. Then we are called to carry our light and shine it all over the world. Here in this place, we find acceptance. Here in this place, we find connection. Here in this place, inside, we find the presence of God. We find the presence of God.
Wow, yeah, can you feel that presence? Everywhere. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Happy 7724. Happy day. Oh, happy day. We're all here together. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our thriving community where we know the truth which makes us free to choose the level of consciousness in which we live. My name is Susan Armstrong, and I'm happy to be here with you this morning. I always get so excited, and it takes me a moment to settle in, so thanks for your patience. If you're joining us on live stream, please know that you are part of this wonderful energy in our service this morning. You all brought that sunshine in here today, people. Woo. Whether you are new to the community or a long-standing member, thank you. Thank you for being with us on our positive path to spirituality. Unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus and the power of prayer. Unity honors the universal truths in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. This morning, we gladly, happily welcome back Reverend Ric Schumaker. He's going to talk this morning on true freedom. And I'd like to invite Marilyn Volkerdine to the platform with an announcement from the Board of Trustees.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the board, I'm here to do a prosperity pep talk and a new minister pep talk. So we've been affirming and preparing ourselves to receive a new senior minister. I hope you've been affirming that this wonderful soul is on the way to love and minister with us. I have asked God many times, what is mine to do so that we may receive a wonderful minister? What is USC to do, dear God? Last year, I began going to financial discussion groups put on by Unity Worldwide Ministry and learned about asks and how important they are to our group life. It's biblical, right? Matthew 7:4. Just ask, and it is given to you. Seek after it, and you will find. Continue to knock, and the door will be open for you. So my question to God is, what is ours to do to have a wonderful minister? And God replied, remember and dwell in the joy that having a minister brings you. The power of imagination, the joy of love in our hearts that we have when we have a minister. Practice generosity. Make USC a wonderful place to work at. Help people be lovers versus complainers. Lower your debt. Have money set aside to pay the new minister. So, This summer, USE is putting on a great ask. It's a fundraiser with two talented guitarists. God really has fun expressing as them. And we're having an auction and great raffles also. So the raffle tickets are $10 each, and you may say, why so much? Or you may say, why so little? I bless your wallets and your generous, loving hearts. The goal for this ask is $5,000 or something better for the new minister's pay fund. Now remember, this is new money. It is not instead of your general fund giving, which pays all of the bills and keeps our doors open. This is new, above and beyond sharing. So may the joy and grace of accepting God's blessings and giving blessings to USC and to your brothers and sisters be alive within you. We are children of the maker of the universe. Let's have fun doing Spirit's will. Give early, give often. The team will be selling tickets to the concert after service today and next week, and they're online and at the door, and we'll be selling raffle tickets, and the auction items are out for bid. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes. And so now let's go ahead with that enthusiasm and stand as we sing our opening song.
We have brand new songs this month. This one is fun, a little tricky in the middle, but you'll get it. And it's a good song. It's by a unity band in Utah. I am free, I am boundless, there is nothing holding me down. I can breathe, I see my choices, I am free right now. Unobstructed, unrestricted, unconstrained and unattached, unimpeded, I'm on the loose, I'm off the hook, no looking back. I am free, I am boundless, there is nothing holding me down. I can breathe, I see all choices, I am free right now. My load is light, my burden breezy, I am dancing on a cloud. My love is flowing, easy going, my heart is singing right out loud. I am free, I am boundless, there is nothing holding me down. I can breathe, I see my choices, I am free right now. We're giving God liberty and the pursuit of happiness as whole parts of God, endowed by our Creator. The way is clear and it cries for our wisdom. We are untethered as we reach for something greater. I'm sailing smooth on the open sea of endless possibilities. So much good lives in and round me. I freely choose and let it be. I am free, I am boundless, there is nothing holding me down. I can breathe, I see my choices, I am free right now. I am free right now. Right now.
Yay! Remain standing, please, in that freedom. Ah, thank you. That was a fun new song, Roberta. Thank you. All right, let's join together in our affirmation with some conviction. I am free with the freedom of spirit. Thank you, friends.
Hello. My name is Lori Grimes, and the daily word for today is beautiful. And the affirmation is, my heart discovers beauty all around me. I see beauty in soaring mountains and rolling seas, in majestic forests and kaleidoscopic fields of wildflowers. I hear beauty in music, bird songs, and the laughter and conversations of people in fellowship. Searching beyond my senses, I discover a greater depth of beauty. The mundane items and landmarks I may take for granted take on a deeper beauty when my memories fill them with meaning. My dear ones become even more beautiful to me when I pause to remember our fondest experiences and the love that binds us. I move through each day with my mind and heart open. Now, even the most ordinary items, places, and circumstances become more and more precious and beautiful to me. And the scripture for today is from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. And all of us, with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as though reflected in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image. Let's repeat the affirmation together. My heart, open heart, discovers beauty all around me. And so it is.
Now let's join in the Lord's Prayer.
Good morning, community. My name is Shannon Sable. I'm the lead prayer chaplain today, and I'm honored to be here serving you through the practice of prayer. Check in with your posture, let your shoulders relax, and settle in to present moment awareness. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and feel your in and out breath. Let yourself fully arrive. As you take a prayerful gaze inward, I invite you to let my words be your own. I open myself to divine wisdom and spiritual understanding. I feel the power and presence of God surround me. Like fireworks in the dark night sky, there is an explosion of divine love in my heart. I know this love is eternal, perfect, and unlimited. Today and every day, I celebrate my spiritual freedom. The future is mine to co-create with God. I let go of limiting thoughts of doubt and separation and choose to stay centered in God. Freedom is my birthright. I am free to choose my own spiritual path and practices. I am gloriously free. Free to imagine, free to release, free to love, free to live the life I want. Freedom is in choosing to be still, even when I have wings to fly. Freedom is also being able to fly when I do not have wings. Freedom is a state of mind, and it comes from within. I listen closely to my inner wisdom. Each thought contains the ingredients for creation. Nothing is impossible in creating my reality. I can think it, therefore, I can make it so. There is no greater force on earth than the ability to shape my own wonderful existence. I am forever grateful for this freedom that exists in my body, mind, and spirit. I give thanks for the limitless space I have to expand my consciousness. Continue to keep your eyes closed and silently repeat the names of the people you wish to pray for, affirming their spiritual freedom as well as your own. And now let us collectively repeat the community prayer for July. We align ourselves with the truth that our freedom begins within ourselves. It is our being aware of our true spiritual nature, knowing that as a spiritual beings, we have been blessed with everything to experience the fullness of the kingdom. We express ourselves freely and are so grateful, and so it is. And just a reminder that we have a meditation before service that starts at 10:35, and that's every week, which takes place at the Garden Chaplain. And you're welcome to join myself and Lori Grimes for prayer after service in the sanctuary. Thank you.
This song's for all of you. I wanted to thank you all for your continued prayers and all of you who are sending Reiki. And I'm going to add my gratitude once more for our wonderful Michelle Coles. I wish you strength to rise unafraid, like the morning sun taking on the day. Because when you shine, pray that you'll overcome whatever you face until your journey's done. Beyond any words, as certain as grace, I wish you faith. I wish you could see the you that I see there at the edge of possibility. I pray that you will find all that you need. I wish you peace that comes from within, a gentle release of all that might have been, like the stillness that waits between waking and sleep. I wish you peace. I wish you could see the you that I see there at the edge of possibility. I pray that you will find all that you need. I wish you strength to rise unafraid like the morning sun taking on the day. Because when you shine, you light up the place. So I wish you strength. I wish you faith. I wish you peace. I wish you strength.
Thank you. That was very nice. Very nice. Uh-oh. I can keep on going. You're going to get me adjusted. Most of my life, there's been someone trying to adjust me, so you're in good company. I like that. There we go. You good? I'm good. All right. What a delightful day. It's so good to be with you. We want to begin with a time of meditation, and those of you that know me know that I am an absolute lover of poetry. And so oftentimes, and today will be one of those cases, where the meditation will be based on a piece of poetry. And over the years in doing this, people would say, well, yeah, Rick, but you don't tell us where the poem came from so that we can look it up or find a copy of it. And I want to share with you the basis for this particular meditation, and it's old, and that's okay because I am too. It was written by William Henry Channing in the 1800s. He was a clergyman, philosopher, and writer. Was born in Boston, and when his father died, William was raised by his very famous uncle, who was a Unitarian theologian, William Ellery Channing. Well, the young man graduated from Harvard and served congregations in New York, Cincinnati, Ohio, Washington, D.C., and England before becoming the chaplain to the United States Congress. He was a strong supporter of women's rights. You may recognize this name. Susan B. Anthony was a member of his congregation in Rochester, New York. So he was a close friend of Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson. Once again, those of you who know me know how connected I am to the Transcendentalists and the Metaphysical Club of Boston from the late 1800s. Well, his poem is titled My Symphony, and I really like it. I'm going to use that as kind of the basis with some modifications of our time in meditation together. So, kind of with that, let's just take a moment and become still. We turn within to the Spirit of God within us, to that inspiration for all poets, the inspiration for our own poetic lives. We enter into that place that the psalmist called the secret place of the Most High. It is in this place where the secrets of life are revealed. And so this day, we acknowledge our freedom to choose. We choose to live lives that are content, even with small means. We choose to seek elegance rather than luxury, and refinement rather than fashion. We choose to be free, free to be worthy, not respectable, and to be wealthy and not rich. We choose to study the truth, to think quietly, to talk gently. We choose to act frankly and to listen to stars and birds and babes and sages with open heart. We choose to bear all cheerfully, to do all bravely, to await occasions, to hurry never. In a word, we choose to let the spiritual unbidden and unconscious grow up through the common. Every common bush is afire with God. This shall be our symphony. Each and every one of us are the conductors of the music of our lives, guided by the Spirit of truth within us. Our lives are in perfect harmony with the truth that sets us free. Now, in a moment of perfect silence, I invite you to hear the music of the ages that sings through you, bringing elegance, worth, wealth, and all good things to your mind and heart, that according to spiritual law, they can be expressed in our individual and collective lives. Join me now in the silence. Gently, ever so gently, allow your attention to return to this time and to this place. And do so with the sure realization that true freedom is now established in our individual and collective lives. And for this we give heartfelt thanks in the name and through the power of the Christ that indwells us all. Amen. Well, once again, good morning. Let me just it's hard to see you in the back because the light's in my eyes, but I want to see each and every one of you. Yeah. You know, it's always a pleasure for me to be here with you because of the dedicated nature of this community, the way you pray together and work together to do some pretty exciting things. And it is my prayer and full faith that you are right now attracting the perfect minister to serve this congregation. And anybody that knows you like I know you would be deeply glad and grateful to serve here. So I'm with you. You betcha. Now, having said that, let me do my thing. In nearly 50 years of service in ministry, I've never used my leadership position for political purpose or to advance a political agenda. It is my belief that that is not why we're here. Now, for me, that day may come, but I assure you it's not today. And I do that for a very specific reason, because there's going to be a moment here where you're going to think, uh-oh, where's he going? And when we get to that point, you'll know it, and I'm going to say to you one thing. Just breathe. Just breathe, because we're not going there. This is the first Sunday in July. It's the closest Sunday to the great American 4th of July independence celebration of freedom. I like that. I like the fact that we can have a holiday in the middle of the week. It doesn't have to show up on Monday. I really do. And this is one that you can't move the 4th to Monday just because it's Monday. And so it's given us all a fairly nice long weekend. And that's great. Now, Monday morning, tomorrow, we'll get back into a more regular schedule. Being retired, I'm okay with that. But things are changing. You know this. I love the 4th of July. I have wonderful memories of this midsummer holiday. Family picnics, gatherings with hot dogs, potato salad, picnic gatherings, firecrackers, and sparklers. Some have said that in my younger days, I was a bit of a firecracker. Again, those that know me know that I have never been afraid to speak my mind when things don't go the way I think they should. Well, I'm older now, and I've chosen to be less of a firecracker and more of a sparkler. Maybe to just let my light shine in the darkness. Sparklers are kind of worthless on 4th of July at noon. But at night, when it's dark and the light shining off that, it's just magical. I think I'd rather be a sparkler than a firecracker. So I want to assure you that the details of my firecracker stories will remain untold. We're just not going to go there. So, to be a little more serious, I am deeply grateful for this holiday, for the countless men and women who have worked and prayed and fought and died to preserve freedom for me and for my loved ones. It's with this in mind that I remind you of the President's words on January 6th. Breathe, breathe. In the State of the Union address on January 6th, 1941, now you can exhale, President Franklin Roosevelt presented his reasons for American involvement in the war in Europe. He was making a case for the continued aid to Great Britain and greater production of war industries at home. In helping Great Britain, President Roosevelt stated that the United States was fighting for the universal freedoms that all people possessed. His address has become known as the Four Freedoms. Here's a small part, a very small part of what he said to Congress on that day. He said, "In future days, we seek to make secure, we look forward to a world founded upon four essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression everywhere in the world. The second is freedom of every person to worship God in his own way everywhere in the world. The third is freedom from want, which translated into world terms means economic understandings which will secure to every nation a healthy, peacetime life for its inhabitants everywhere in the world. The fourth is freedom from fear, which translated into world terms means a worldwide reduction in armaments to such a place and such a point as throughout the world, no nation will be in a position to commit an act of violence or physical aggression against any neighbor anywhere in the world. Those first are the four freedoms." He goes on to say, that's no vision of a distant millennium. It's a definite basis for a kind of world attainable in our own time and generation. That kind of world is the very antithesis of the so-called new order of tyranny which dictators seek to create with the crash of a bomb. To that new order, we oppose the greater conception, the moral order. A good society is able to face schemes of world domination and foreign revolutions alike without fear. I want to focus on the four freedoms. I want to focus on the four freedoms. You see, FDR was brilliant, inspired, and really offers a foundational vision for good. If unity has its place in the world, it is to hold a vision for good for people everywhere in the world. And we have in this statement some foundational places. It's not the all in all, but a place for us to go, a place for us to build. When we recognize that true freedom is a divine gift given to all people everywhere in the world. This is our basis for believing. It's who we are. It is this freedom and these four freedoms that await our acknowledgement and acceptance, and more importantly, our actualization. Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." So we know what the truths are, and now we know how to actualize them. You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You've heard that phrase how many times? Don't raise your hands. I know you know it. I know you know it well. Do you know that is the second part of a two-part sentence? The first part is, if you continue in my word, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Now, if you continue in my word translates into modern language, if you do what I say. I think my mother said that to me more than once. If you do what I say, you'll have the freedom to do some of the things that you want to do in your life. But Jesus was very clear. If you continue in my word, if you do the things that I say, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Well, one of the primary messages of Jesus' ministry is that we have free will. We know this. And ultimately, that means we are free to choose. Our meditation was all based on free to choose this, free to choose that. And today, you were free to choose to be here or someplace else. The pool, the golf course, those are important places. I like them both. In their rightful place. But you chose to be here, to be a part of a spiritual community that's doing important work, and although it may feel like it is constricted to a geographic area, Northeast Ohio, what you're doing is making a difference to people everywhere in the world. Because as you are lifted up in consciousness, you lift up all people unto you. That's the promise. That's the promise. So, what do we choose? Free speech? Choose free speech and speak freely. Speak the truth with the understanding that there is power in the spoken word. The power to bless, to uplift, to prosper, to heal. People, you should be ready to do this with me now, almost in a call and response way, everywhere in the world. When you speak the word of truth in this community about peace, about prosperity, about healing, that word is available to people everywhere in the world who will tap into it. You're a place of expanding consciousness. Speak that word. Speak that word. Choose to worship God in your own way. You do that. Choose now then to support the spiritual leaders who teach this truth. Support the facilities that allow us to gather together like this in community. You know, I'm gonna say this because, see, you don't pay my paycheck. In other churches where I have, served, what I said on Sunday morning many times had an impact on what happened on Friday afternoon when the paychecks landed. I don't have that relationship with you. I can tell you the truth unvarnished. This is an incredible place. And it's an incredible place because you support it. Continue to do so. Continue to do so. You're in the process of doing something to attract and support a minister. You're free to do that in wonderful ways. And when you do so, you're creating new freedom for yourself, for others, for people who've yet to come through these doors to receive the blessing that you have to give them. Choose to live a rich life, a holy life, free from want. That was the third. Realizing the fullness of the promise, I came that they have life and they may have it in abundance. Ready? Together. Everywhere in the world. You got it. You got it. Choose to be free from fear. Choose to fearlessly affirm freedom from fear for all people in the world. Choose to be, as we have said in the past here, and I have said with you, a radiating center of divine love. Why? Because perfect love casts out fear. Perfect love casts out fear. Now remember, and this is interesting, FDR did not experience these four freedoms as some pie-in-the-sky, fanciful possibility. He said of these four freedoms, that's no vision of a distant millennium. It is the definite basis for the kind of world attainable in our own time and our own generation. Well, we have to admit that we've not yet achieved FDR's vision, but if we choose the spiritual approach to fulfilling that vision, we'll be working to actualize a part of the preamble, if you will, to the Constitution that proclaims, we the people. We the people, that's you and me, together. In order to form a more perfect union, we choose to know the truth, to become a gentle force for good, for freedom everywhere in the world. And as we choose so, we become a prayerful support for the manifestation of this more perfect union and for freedom for, ready? People everywhere in the world. Right. Okay. Early in my spiritual unfoldment, I, like many others, asked the question, what is truth? You shall know the truth, but the truth is free. Well, what is truth? Makes sense? I wanted a measuring stick that I could hold up to something and say, yep, that's true. Nope, that's not true. And, believe it or not, I found it. In his essay on self-reliance, Emerson wrote, to believe in your own thought, to believe what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men. That is genius. I wish he would have said for all men. I wish he'd have said for people everywhere in the world. It would have worked so much better for me. But that's the measuring stick. If it's true for all people, in all places, at all times. And all places also means all places in consciousness, wherever we happen to be right now. I am not where I was years ago, neither are you, because we're growing and unfolding and expressing more of our spiritual nature every day. Like the pencil marks on the wall that charted my physical growth, there are marks, even scars, on my mind and my heart that chart my spiritual growth. Again from Emerson, nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of our own mind. And it's out of this transcendental idealism and in individual integrity that comes an image of truth that makes us free and that will resonate with people everywhere in the world. So choose to speak your latent convictions of freedom for people everywhere in the world, and it shall be the universal sense, for the inmost in due time becomes the outmost. The law of involution reigns supreme. Freedom involved in mind and heart evolves as freedom in the manifest world. And so, prayerfully holding in solitude the truth that sets us free, this is our work. Returning to the wisdom and insight of Emerson, we remember and acknowledge that it's easy to live in the world after the world's opinion. It's easy to live in solitude after our own. But the great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps the sweet independence of solitude. This is the independence that I celebrate this Independence Day. On this 4th of July weekend, I claim for you and for me and for people everywhere in the world freedom of speech and expression, freedom to worship God in our own way, freedom from want and freedom from fear. I look forward to a world founded on 4 essential freedoms and experienced through the spiritual unfoldment of all of us committed. So, in closing, I want to share with you an incredible piece of poetry by Langston Hughes. Hughes was a central figure in the Harlem Renaissance, the flowering of black intellectual and literary artistic life that took place in the 1920s in a number of American cities, and particularly in Harlem. He was a major poet. He also wrote novels, short stories, essays, and plays. And his poem is titled Freedom. Freedom will not come today, nor this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. I have as much right as any other fellow has to stand on my own 2 feet and my own land. I tire so of hearing people say, well, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need freedom when I am dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed, planted in a great need. I live here too. I want my freedom just like you. Well, I would say to you that today and now is the appointed hour for good spiritually attuned people to bring a consciousness of true spiritual freedom into expression on the world stage. Don't misunderstand that. The world stage is where you and I stand today, right where we are. And right where we are points in time and space where God's good is made manifest to the world. It begins right here and right now. If you continue in my word, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So let us keep with the sweetness the independence of solitude, and so doing, we make a real difference in the world. That, my friends, is the truth about you and about me. God bless you. I love you, each and every one. Isn't this cool? Did you see this earlier today? Yeah, why? Where? It was the affirmation for today. And I didn't know that when I chose this for our spiritual practice. So I guess we're kind of in tune with one another. Share this with me now, with power and with authority that is always yours. I am free with the freedom of spirit. So it is. That's the power. That's the power of the spoken word. God bless you.
This is a short song with a lot of words, so listen fast. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, it isn't right, don't, it isn't nice. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't walk on the grass, don't disturb the peace, don't skate on the ice. Well, I say do, I say walk on the grass, it was meant to feel, I say sail, tilt at the windmill, and if you fail, you fail. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that then, lady, that's a sign. 9 times out of 10, lady, you are doing just fine. Make just a ripple, come on, be brave. This time a ripple, next time a wave. Sometimes you have to start small, climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says don't, everybody says stop, everybody says mustn't rock the boat, mustn't touch a thing. Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the cart, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try, I I say, laugh at the kings or they'll make you cry. Lose your poise. Fall if you have to, but lady, make a noise. Everybody says don't, everybody says can't, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world is made. I insist on miracles. If you do, then miracles. Nothing to them. I say don't be afraid.
Thank you, Roberta. Don't be afraid. I think that freedom from fear was that last one, right? Wow. All I gotta say is Rick's getting a bonus in his paycheck this week, man. That was incredibly wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing into our awareness our freedom of spirit and those profound words of 1941. We can be that. We have that power. We are the ones, right? We are. Thank you, Scott. So, throughout our service this morning, we have raised our consciousness into the knowing that there are no shortages or limitations in God or in truth for people everywhere in the world. From that awareness, we recognize that prosperity is the creative flow of wisdom, of guidance, and of substance. We are grateful for your enthusiastic giving from that high state of consciousness to this place where we receive our spiritual inspiration as we did this morning. Whew. So please, let's bless our offering as we affirm together, I celebrate divine abundance.
We have another new song for the offertory. I hope you enjoy it. And it'll be good for the tenors. So let's, as the offering baskets come by, please stand. At least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to believe the countless blessings that I now receive. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to receive. I embrace my good, and so I believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, my good is coming to me. Oh, my good is coming to me. 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways.
Hey, at least 100 ways. Have a seat, friends. That was fun. I feel like an accordion is in my sister Margie played the accordion. Ah, just saying, polka people. Hey, friends, we dedicate these gifts and prayers in the awareness that we are in the divine flow of life and abundance. We envision our donations doing great things for Unity Spiritual Center Westlake and the greater community, and we bless these offerings. Amen, amen. Thank you. Our minds are lifted into truth, and we share our empowering search team affirmation, and your words were so welcomed, Rick. Thank you. We are this amazing community, so let's put that feeling and knowing into repeating with our search team. All together, with open minds and hearts, centered in God's love, empowered in the truth that we are one in spirit. I am gratefully aligned with the high consciousness of our new minister in divine order, and all is well. Trust that all is well. Thank you. As a spiritual practice of tithing, Unity Spiritual Center gives a portion of our offering to several organizations, including one we pick each month. This month, for July, we'll be giving 2% of our offering to Life, a dementia-friendly foundation. And here comes a fun part, Sunday shout out. This week, our Sunday shout out is recognizing the building maintenance team. There she is. This team works so really hard to keep our building looking shiny and bright. From making repairs, painting, running the sweeper, or watering plants, our spiritual home is well maintained, clean, tidy, and in good repair. Will Eileen Spada please stand, and her team also remain standing for our unity blessing. Eileen, Frank Jalar, Bob Cowhard, Darlene Owings, and Jack Smith. So let's give them our unity blessing. Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Thank you. Thank you for all you do for us. So the children are in the house, and they're welcome to come up. We've got a couple of more announcements, so if you want to be comfortable, hang back. We hope that our time together has inspired you to grow in the strong person that you're meant to be, and to find a transcendent way in the life and in all circumstances. Unity offers many different ways to practice these principles and deepen the connection with God and each other. The Grief Support Group, facilitated by Carol Mills, meets next Sunday at 12:30 in that garden chapel. Thank you, Carol. Join with others in a safe place where you can express your emotions without judgment. This month's community luncheon is on Tuesday, July 16th at noon. Linda Thunberg will be speaking on Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet, and you sign up on the clipboard. Wizards concert tickets, raffle tickets, auction, bids, everything is set up in that community room back there. So go on back and check it all out. Take a look at our website, and you'll see there are many ways throughout the week to expand your awareness, connect others in this community and together, and to have some fun too. It's the first Sunday of the month, which means it's birthday Sunday. So everyone celebrating a July birthday, come on up and let's celebrate you. Oh, David's in the house, and Al, Shirley, Jerry, James. Oh my gosh, Julie. Wow, this is a great one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you
have so much fun this month. We're so glad you came this morning. If you're here in person, come to the community room for coffee and fellowship. If you're new and would like more information about us, please take a welcome back. Our speaker next week is Bruce Price. Our soloist is Eric Foncher. And we have Change for Kids. And speaking of kids, anybody want to come up? Come on up. Haley, it's your birthday.
Well, not today, but July 14th.
Good morning, good morning. Hey, Bev. Good morning, good morning. So, are you all ready to do it? Sing our song? Shall we stand, friends? Let's join these wonderful smiling faces in singing our closing song.